welcome to all of you here. This short tutorial is about using Minitab to carry out testing of hypotheses for population proportions, one sample as well as two samples. We will explore all possibilities of data entry into Minitab as well as defining success categories according to our wishes, and we will explain all this with the help of examples. So follow this video till the end. You will learn each and every possibility of entering data into Minitab for different situations as well as for carrying out different tests. So let us just go to the example. The first example is about a random sample that have been taken from an economics department, about 33 students of the university, and we have just noted down their characteristics, that is sex only. So do the sample suggest at 5% level of significance that there are 30% females enrolled in the economics department? So we just want to test the hypothesis that whether the population proportion is 30% for female students in the department based on this sample of 33 students. So in this case our group of interest is female. So this is really important here, that our group of interest may act as our success category, and our proportion, sample proportions, will be calculated according to that, and our hypothesis will also be according to that. So let us just see the hypothesis right in here. In this case, P stands for proportion of females. So again this P will come from the group of interest. So in this data there are two groups, male and female. We have to define our success here. So in this example, right, our success is or our interest is in the female group, because we want to test whether the proportion of female is 0.3 in the population. And the same data can also be given in this format. This is the summary statistics, summary of the data showed in the previous screen, right? Out of total 33 students, there are 12 females and there are 21 males. It has also given the counts of females and males, also the proportions in the sample. Okay, the question is the same. Our interest group is also female here, and same hypothesis. So let us just see how can we deal the same question by using Minitab. Okay, here we go, the Minitab. We have entered the data into Minitab. I will maximize the window of data worksheet so that you can all see the data. In the first column, the variable name is sex, and these are the if I just scroll it down, these are the 33 observations of data, right? Sample data of 33 observations. So let us minimize this window, and first of all we will see that how can we produce a descriptive table of this qualitative variable. Just go to stat, tables, tally individual variables. Here you can enter the variable for which you want to make a table. Like here we have only one variable in this case on our data file. We will select this variable sex and display what you want to display. You need counts as well as percents. There are other options also, cumulative counts and cumulative percent. If you need them, just check it here. Otherwise go and click OK. Here we go, the summary statistics of the qualitative variable, which I have already shown to you in previous screens, right? There are 12 females and 21 males in our data set, along with their percentages. 36.36% individuals in our sample are females. Okay, we need to conduct a hypothesis test. The option, here we go, the stat, and inside basic statistics there is the option of one proportion test. So when you click this small tab, okay, in the first drop down there are two possibilities, one or more samples in each in a column, and then the summarized data. We will definitely opt the first option here because we have data in one column, right? Select this one, enter your variable here. We want to perform the hypothesis test, and as you already know that the hypothesized value that you want to test is 0.30, that is proportion of females in the population is 0.3. Options, you can specify your confidence level here. Since we have taken alpha as 5%, so therefore our confidence level will be 95%. In alternate hypothesis, you can specify whether it's a left tail test, two tail test or right tail test. In this case, it is two tail test. There are two methods to perform this, exact method or normal approximation. Since we are using large sample test here, so click normal approximation. After that, you will click on OK. By now, notice that we haven't defined our success category yet. So a Minitab will take it by default, but remember here one thing, that if the column is numeric, which is not the case here, our data column, look, our data column is text column. In some cases it may be numeric column, like if you have coded your variables female as 1 and male as 2, then it will be numeric. So remember, if the column is numeric, Minitab uses automatically the higher value to represent your event, that is called success. It means that if you have coded male as 1 and female as 2, the Minitab will automatically take the higher value to represent the event. But in our case, we have the column which contains text values. Look, the column which contains text values. It is very important to note here. Here, the Minitab uses the word that is second in alphabetical order, right? So we have our categories of M and F. M stands for male, F stands for female. Now, which is second in alphabetical order? M, right? M is second in alphabetical order. So this test will be performed on success as male, whereas we need the success category as female. Let us just do it and then we will correct it later. Okay, press OK. Just see the method event male. So it has taken your success category, it has taken your interest category as male, whereas you need it female. And here we go, the descriptive statistics. The event, the number of males are 21 and the sample proportions for males in the data. Now this P equals 0.3. Basically this test now is testing the proportion of males in the population, whereas we need the same for proportion of females. So this is not the test which we want to conduct. Let us just go to the variable here, click on the variable, go to editor window, and inside the editor window there is an option of column properties. Inside the column properties you go to the value order. Here you can specify the custom order. If you click here, there are three options here: alphabetical order, order of occurrences in worksheet, and user specified order. Go to the user specified order. As we already know that Minitab takes automatically the second in alphabetical order, so that's why it has taken male as our success. So we have to put female second and male first in order to train the Minitab to take female as the success category. So let us do it. Okay, again go to stat, basic stat, one proportion. Now everything will remain same that you have already specified in Minitab. Look, option, everything is same. Just click OK and see the results now. Now it has taken your event as female, proportion where sex is female. Now this is your success, proportion where sex is female. Out of 33 total sample, 12 are female, and this is the proportion of females. Now this result is what you want to test. Your null hypothesis is proportion for female is 0.3 and the z value is 0.8. In this case we will just spend a minute or two to interpret this, and your p value is 0.3. 4 to 5. Remember, always you compare your p values with your alpha, as your alpha is 0.05 here and your p value is greater than alpha. In this case, we only reject the null hypothesis if your p values are less than alpha, which is not the case here. So it means sample do not provide us that evidence of rejecting your hypothesis. So it means we will retain the null hypothesis and conclude that the female percentage in that department is 30%, right? The null hypothesis. Now let us go to the second example here. This example is a random sample of 80 citizens from a New York City were taken to ask and about their smoking habits, right? So we have observed two different variables here. One is sex and the second one is smoking habits. And in smoking habits there are two categories, smokers and non-smokers. So in sex categories there are also two categories. So what will the data look like, you'll see just in a minute. So we want to test whether the proportion of smokers is greater in males as compared to females at 5% level of significance. This is the hypothesis. The first category which we will take is male again. P1 will stand as the proportion of smokers in male category. P2 proportion of smokers in the female category. So we need to test whether the proportion of smokers in male categories is greater than the female categories. This is the right tail test. And here we go, the data. Now this is the raw data. Look, there are two variables, right? The first one is sex, the second one is smoking. We will just enter it in Minitab and see how can we perform the two sample proportion test, right? Two samples, and there are more values for that. So a total of 80 cases, right? Total of 80 citizens. So let us just go to the Minitab. Now after that, entering the data into Minitab, let me just show you the data here. The first column is about the variable sex and the second column is about the variable name as smoking. And there are two categories in smoking and two categories in sex variable. Look, if you scroll it down, you will see all the data values for 80 individuals, right? I will minimize this window now to carry out the test. First of all, let me show you how can you find the cross tabulation for these two variables. Okay, go to stat. You can select tables, and here you will select the option of cross tabulation. Cross tabulation means you want to see the table of two variables at a time. Look, which variables you want to see in rows, for example the sex variable, and in columns the smoking variable, right? You need the counts. You can also have row percentages and column percentages according to your needs. So I will select the option of row percentages here. After doing that, just click OK. Just notice the cross table here. In rows you have two categories for the variable sex, females and males, and in columns you have two categories for variable smoking, non-smokers and smokers. So let us just explain this cross table a little bit, and then we will move towards testing the proportion, right? There are 18 females who are non-smoker out of total 30 females. This is how we will interpret this. We have 30 females in our data and we have 50 males in our data, and total sample size is 80. Out of 30 females, 18 are non-smoker, 12 are smoker. Out of 50 males, 26 are non-smoker, 24 are smoker. And right behind the count you have row percentages, right? 60 means 60% of the total females in your data are non-smokers, whereas 40% are smoker. Similarly, this 48 means that 48% of the males in your data set are smokers. Now let us just go to the testing. Now before going to test the hypothesis, let us just redefine the categories of your variables as we have done before. Go to editor, column properties, value order, and in user specific order you have to change the order here, male first and female second. So click OK, and after doing this, go to stat, basic stat, click to proportions. Here we have three options. Look, both samples are in one column, each sample is in its own column, and then summarize data. Click here, both samples are in one column, and then specify your sample. Since you are concerned with testing the proportion of smokers, so your sample is right here in the second column. The smoking status is your sample. So put your sample here, and sample IDs, it means you want to compare the variable smoking with respect to which variable? Sex variable. So there's your sample IDs. Now click options. Here you can specify that whether you want to test right tail test, left tail test, or two tail. In this case it is a right tail test. You wanted to test the proportion of males, that is your first category, is greater than the proportion of females, that is your second category. So you will go for the third option here, right? Confidence level, well, if you have taken your alpha as 5%, your confidence level will be 95%. Hypothesis difference, it will be 0 here, and here you can use two different methods: estimate the proportion separately or use the pooled estimates for proportion. So if your hypothesis difference is 0 here, you will use the method of pooled estimation for proportion. Click here and then click OK. After clicking the OK, you will have results. Now let us just see it. Look, starting from here, the method event is smoking, smoker. It means the smoker inside the variable smoking is your success, and the two classes are, the first one P1 is proportion, where smoking is smoker and the sex is male. So the first category is for male and the second category is for female. That's exactly what you wanted here, and you're testing the difference P1 minus P2 here. Look at the descriptive, the male and female. There are 50 male in your data and 30 female in your data. Look, events mean 24 out of 50 males are smoker. Here 12 means 12 females out of 30 are smoker. That is event. Event mean your success category. Here are the sample proportions for male and females respectively. Well, going forward, look at the bottom here. This is the test which you need. The alternate hypothesis, that proportion for males minus proportion for female is greater than 0. This is what you want to test. And look, the value of z, we will conclude based on two things, the value of z and the value of p. Since our p value in this case for normal approximation, we will see the p value for normal approximation, it is 0.243, and which is not less than our alpha. So we reject a null hypothesis if this p value is less than our alpha. In this case, our p value is not less than alpha, so we are unable to reject the null hypothesis. Means that we are going to conclude the proportion of smokers in male is not significantly greater than the proportion of smokers in female. This is our final conclusion based on this sample. I will show you in a minute that how can we use this descriptive table for the same test. Just note down these values. We will use these values shortly in a test, right? So go to stat, basic stat, and come to proportion. Here We have seen the first option here. Let's just go to the third option, summarize data. In summarize data, sample 1, remember your sample 1 is male here. Number of trials mean there are 50 males in your data and there were 30 females in your data. This is the number of trials. It means you will put your sample in the second row here, whereas in the first row, number of events mean 24 smokers. That is the category of your success, that is the counts in categories of your success. 24 were smoker out of 50 females, whereas 12 were found to be smoker out of a total 30 females. So this is how you will enter your data. This is the summarized data from the table, and then click option. All things are same here in this tab. Click OK, click OK. Maximizing the output window, see the same results here. Proportion P1. Okay, it has not specified males and females now. It has just taken as sample 1 and sample 2 now. Look, and the same result. The p-value of 0.24 is greater than your alpha, so it means you will not reject your null hypothesis. We can actually unstack your data. Look, this is your data. We can unstack it into two groups by using Minitab. Go to data, unstack columns, and inside the unstack column you will have to give the variable which you want to unstack. Unstack the data in smoking variable and using subscript as sex. So it will basically unstack your data in the smoking variable with respect to sex variable. Okay, you want to include this after the last column, means you can specify where you want to store these results. Okay, after the last column, it means it will store your results in C3 and C4. Just click OK. Now look at the column 3 and column 4. In column 3, it has unstack your smoking data for males, and in column 4 it has unstack your smoking variable with respect to females. If I just scroll it down, you notice that there were 30 females. Look, and further scrolling will reveals that there are 50 males. So it has unstacked your data now. Now you can apply the same test by using that third method. Going to stat, basic stat, choosing 2 proportion here, going to the each sample in its own column. Sample 1 is your male, sample 2 is female, right? Quick options here, other things are same. Click OK, click OK. Maximize the output window, see the same results for male and for the results are the same. Thank you for watching.